Okay, good morning. Welcome to
Math practice number 36.
Math practice number 36. This is going to be kind of more of a teaching one than a problem-solving one, but we're gonna do some really neat stuff. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
So the thing we're going to learn how to do today is how to add up a list of numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 9 plus 10. So adding the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, does that make sense?
Okay.
And here's a really neat way to do it, because adding up all these numbers would be pretty hard, right?
Yeah.
And if instead of stopping at 10, I went all the way to 100, it'd be really hard, right?
Yeah.
And instead of stopping at 100, I went to like 1,000,000. Wow, probably take a while.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do something really cool. We're gonna say this is equal to x, meaning we don't know what it is, just some number.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if I write it backwards, 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 2 plus 1. That's the same, right?
Yeah.
Because it's still 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 all the way up to 10. I just wrote it backwards.
Yep.
That's the same, right? So that's equal to x. 2. They're the same.
Mhm.
Okay? Now, if instead of adding this way, what if I added this way? What's 1 plus 10?
11.
What's 2 plus 9?
11.
What's 8 plus 3?
11.
What's 7 plus 4?
11.
What's 9 plus 2?
11.
What's 10 plus 1?
11.
And what's x plus x? You know what that is?
X.
X plus x. How many x's do I have if I take x plus x?
That's. You have 2.
Yeah, so it would just be 2 x's. Okay?
Mhm.
Now, here's a tricky question. How many 11s do I have here? Because I have all the dots. They come from the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10. So how many 11s do I have?
You have 10.
And what do I get when I add 10 11s?
1, 11, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, 1 and 10.
110. Or I get 11 times 10, which is 110. And that's twice x. That's 2 times what my number is. So can you figure out what number, when you multiply it by 2, you get 110? What number times 2 is 110?
55.
How'd you figure that out?
Because 50 plus 50 is 100.
Yeah?
You just add, and 5 plus 5 is 10.
Very good. So look at this fun little trick. X is 55. That means if I take the numbers all the way up to 10 and add them together, I get 55.
Whoa.
Pretty cool. So let me show you a neat way to think about this using some geometry. Okay? So instead of doing the numbers up to 10, we're going to do the numbers up to 5. But it's the same idea. Okay? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, we can represent that with our Duplo blocks. Unless they fall over. Okay. So if I asked you to count all the blocks here, can you grab that one for me that just fell? Sorry. If I asked you to count the blocks here, you'd be counting 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
And now, if I write them backwards, 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. I'm putting a 5 on top of the 1. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And where do I put the 4 on top of?
The 2.
The 2. Where do I put the 3 on top of?
3 on top of the 3.
3. And then I put 2 on top of the?
The 4.
4. And I put 1 on top of the?
5.
5. Now what do I have now? What shape do I have that I make out of the yellow and the red together?
A rectangle.
A rectangle. And how many Duplo blocks are in each row of the rectangle? In this way.
5.
5. And how high is each rectangle?
6.
So 5 times 6 equals 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
But are there more red or are there more yellow? Or are they exactly the same?
They're the same.
They're the same. So I have to take 30 divided by 2. And what number times 2 equals 30?
15.
15. So that must mean there were 15 yellows and 15 reds. So that was 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Good job today. Good job today. All right, what are you going to do next?